Have you ever considered how powerful your words and actions are? Picture a tranquil village, cradled by rolling hills, where a young boy named David resides. Quick-tempered, with a tongue as sharp as a whip, David often leaves a trail of hurt and sorrow with his harsh words. His parents, filled with concern, have tried time and time again to instill in him the virtues of kindness and patience. But David seemed unmoved. His parents, worried, decided it was time to teach David a valuable lesson. One day, David's father took him to the backyard to an old, weathered wooden fence. The father, seeing a teaching opportunity, presented David with a task. He handed David a hammer, pointing to the fence, and said, "Each time you lose your temper or utter unkind words, I want you to hammer a nail into this fence." David, holding the hammer, nodded, understanding his father's instruction. And so, the task began. As the days passed, David's quick temper and sharp tongue led him back to the fence time and again. With each outburst, a new nail was hammered into the weathered wood. The sound of the hammer striking the nail echoed through the backyard, a stark reminder of his unkind words. Day after day, the nails multiplied, each one a testament to David's temper, each one a symbol of his hurtful words, and before long, the fence soon had dozens of nails hammered into it. As the weeks passed, David's father noticed a change in his son's behavior. The once fiery-tempered boy was becoming more thoughtful. With each passing day, the noise of hammer hitting nail was less frequent, replaced by a growing silence that spoke volumes. David was learning to pause, breathe, and choose his words with care. He was beginning to understand the weight of his actions, the gravity of each nail driven into the fence. His temper, once as untamed as a wild stallion, was being harnessed and controlled. The nails, once a symbol of his outbursts, were now a barometer of his restraint. They were slowly but surely diminishing in number. The fence no longer echoed with the constant rhythm of anger, but with a newfound melody of patience and understanding. And then, the day finally arrived when David managed to keep his temper in check and didn't need to hammer any nails into the fence. His father, seeing this change, gave David a new task. A task that would further cement the lesson he had been learning. "Now, David," his father said warmly, "for each day you can control your temper and speak kindly. I want you to remove one nail from the fence." So David took on this new task with the same vigor he had hammered the nails in. With each day of patience and kind words, he gently extracted a nail from the weathered wood. Some nails, like his earlier harsh words, were stubborn, deeply embedded in the fence, leaving behind a small hole as they were pulled out. Others came out with surprising ease, yet still leaving their mark on the fence. Days turned into weeks, and slowly but surely, David removed all the nails he had once hammered into the fence in anger. When the final nail was pulled free, he stepped back to look at the fence. It was still standing, still serving its purpose, but it was marred with holes and scars, a constant reminder of his past outbursts. His father joined him, placing a hand on his shoulder. "What do you see, David?" he asked. David replied, "I see a fence filled with holes, father." His father nodded. "Each nail you hammered into the fence represented unkind words and lost tempers. Now, while you can remove the nails, the holes they left behind will always remain. Just like the fence, people can carry the scars of hurtful words and actions with them for a long time." This visualization of his actions had a profound effect on David. He understood that just as the nails left holes in the fence, his words could leave lasting wounds on people. He realized the magnitude of his actions and the power that his words held. He knew then that he had the choice to either use his words to hurt or to heal. David understood that words, once spoken, could leave lasting wounds. He made a promise to himself to use his words for kindness and to control his temper. And with that promise, David embarked on a new journey, one of patience, understanding, and kindness. From a quiet village and a weathered fence, we learn a profound lesson. Our story of young David highlights the lasting impact of unkind words and hasty tempers. Just as the nails driven into the fence left permanent scars, so too can our words and actions leave indelible marks on those around us. The moral here underscores the need for us to control our tempers and to choose our words with kindness and care. Just like the holes in the fence, the scars left by unkind words and actions can remain long after they are made. So choose your words and actions wisely.